All right, what's up guys? So another video on the 3.6 liter pentastar engine. This goes for whether you have a Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler, doesn't matter. 3.6 liter pentastar. If you are getting the P000B just by itself, just that code, or with the P0016, so you could have the P00B, P000B, as well as the P0016 or just the P000B on its own. There's a couple issues with those codes that I have found that'll take care of those. The P000B would be bank 1, sensor 2 cam is slow to react. What I have found, the biggest issue that's causing that code is either your vehicle has not had an oil change in a while, and it's either low on oil, so you need to check your oil, check to see if it's low, check to see if you need an oil change, or if you just recently got an oil change and you started getting this code, then more than likely you used the wrong type of oil. You either used 5W20 and your vehicle called for 530, or you used 530 and it called for 520. If you went to a oil change shop, just a regular shop, or anybody that does oil changes and they put the wrong type of oil in your vehicle, the wrong weight, that will cause the P000B as well as the P0016 together, or vice versa. So you could either have the wrong type of oil in your vehicle, you could have the wrong oil filter in your vehicle, or you could have low oil, and that's also causing it. Another thing, if you know that it's not your oil, if anyone has ever put any type of additive into your oil, like Lucas or motor honey, anything thick, anything like that, that will also cause this issue. We recently had this issue with this vehicle because we had, I always use Lucas synthetic. I always add 1 quart, which is 20% whenever you're using 5 quarts. Or if your car calls for 6 quarts, I also will use 1 quart of the Lucas synthetic, or the Lucas, it's supposed to be full synthetic petroleum regardless, but I always add 1 quart of the Lucas because it kind of soaks into the oil. It keeps everything, really lubricated, but that actually caused the code on my vehicle and caused, issues that I had to deal with. Once I flushed that out of the engine, put factory spec oil back in the vehicle, that literally took care of my issue. The code went out on its own. I didn't even have to clear it, which I think it wasn't a hard code, so the check engine light didn't come back on, but it was still stored, so I cleared it out. But that took care of the issue. It never came back on. So check your oil, make sure your oil is not old, make sure it's not low on oil, because it seems like a lot of people with these 3.6s have an oil consumption issue, which I'm about to make a video on that. So if you're having that issue, go to where it says videos on my channel and go down through there, and you'll see where it says 3.6 oil consumption issues. Yeah, so that'll take care of that one. But the biggest thing that has caused this code with the 3 vehicles I've worked on is just the wrong weight oil. We've seen the 5W30 cause this in the vehicles that call for 520. This is a 2011 Charger. It actually calls for 5W30, but since I put that Lucas in there with it, made my code come on. Well, made my check engine light come on. Sure enough, the code P000B. So I hope this video helps. Check those things that I told you to check, and if that did fix your issue, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Tell me in the comments what year, make, and model your vehicle is, and if that took care of it for you. I'd really like to know. All right, guys, until the next video, I'll see you later.